I am your textbook example of a nightmare child. I was taken into foster care at 5 years old. Over the years that followed, I lived in more than 7 different homes. I was put forward for adoption twice. Both times, it didn't work out. I was angry. I was difficult. I pushed people away before they got the chance to leave, because in my experience, they always left. I know exactly what I look like on paper. I know what adults said about me in rooms I wasn't supposed to hear. I'm 24 now. I'm finishing my undergraduate degree. I'm applying to law school. And the woman who adopted me, she was my court-appointed guardian, the one assigned to represent me. I don't remember much from before foster care. I was 5. I know there were reasons I was removed. I know those reasons were serious. What I remember is the moving, the bags, the new bedrooms in houses where no one quite knew what to do with me. Some placements were fine, some were not. I learned to read a room fast, to figure out whether I was in a safe place or not, and how long I had before everything changed again. I was put forward for adoption when I was 7. That fell through. I was put forward again a few years later. The family was wealthy, well-intentioned. By most measures, I should have been grateful. I couldn't do it. I didn't know how to be a son to people I didn't trust yet. I didn't know how to let them in. I was returned to the system. That word, returned, still lands differently than any other word in my vocabulary. When you're a kid in the system, there are a lot of adults who pass through your life in official capacities. Social workers, case managers, judges. You learn not to get attached to any of them. They have caseloads. They move on. So do you. A guardian ad litem is different. It's a person appointed by the court to represent your interests specifically, not the system's interests, not the family's interests. Yours. She was assigned to my case. I don't think I made it easy for her. I didn't make anything easy for anyone. But she kept showing up, court dates, check-ins, visits. She wasn't trying to fix me or place me or manage me. She was just present. At some point, it stopped being transactional. I don't know exactly when it changed. I think she'd have to tell you that part. But at some point, she wasn't just my advocate. She was the person I trusted most in the world. I was a teenager by this point, old enough to have given up on certain things. Old enough to know that what I wanted and what was going to happen were not always the same. She asked me one day whether I had thought about what I wanted my future to look like. Not for the court, not for a report, for me. I told her the truth.
I didn't know how to want things. Wanting things was how you got hurt.
She listened. She didn't argue. And then she asked me a different question.
What if I adopted you?
I didn't believe her. I thought she was saying it the way adults sometimes say things, to make you feel better in the moment, with no intention of following through. She followed through. I won't tell you it was easy after that. Old habits don't disappear because someone signs a piece of paper. I still pushed. I still tested. I still waited for the moment she'd decide it wasn't worth it. She never did. The thing about being adopted by someone who has watched you at your worst, who has seen every file, sat through every court date, heard every reason other people gave for giving up, is that there's nothing left to hide. She already knew everything. She chose me anyway. That is a hard thing to argue with. It took time, but eventually I stopped waiting for the catch. I started letting it be real. I'm 24 now. I'm finishing my undergraduate degree. I'm applying to law school. I haven't decided yet what kind of law I want to practice, but I have some ideas. There is a part of me, a pretty large part, that wants to be the person in the courtroom for kids who are where I was. Not because I think it fixes everything, not because I think I have all the answers, but because I know what it felt like to have someone in my corner who actually saw me, and I know what a difference it made. The system is imperfect. I know that better than most people. I lived inside it for years. I was failed by it in ways that took a long time to name. But inside that system, there was a woman who decided that her job wasn't finished when the court case closed, who looked at a kid who had been returned and labelled and written off and thought, not this time. She is my mother. If you are someone who works with children in care, as a social worker, a guardian, a foster parent, anyone, I want you to know something. The kid who is hardest to reach is not the one who has given up on you. They're the one who is watching most carefully to see if you will. This story was adapted with care from a real submission.